No, I don't really have those kind of regrets because it's I mean, I watch like some other supports. I'm like, wow. Like obviously you can find out stuff on your own, but it's just so broken to have somebody just literally like telling you as it is.
All right, so I'm here with the victorious Busio after that game against Team Liquid. Thank you for beating Team Liquid. I am an anti-Team Liquid fan, so I
Okay.
really enjoy it when they lose. But did that game feel hard at any moment? There was like Tristana was split pushing, getting like inhibs, and then there was like that whole Fiesta Baron. How are comms? How are you feeling?
Mm, well, personally, I had like a pretty bad early lane. Um, so that kind of threw me off a bit. Like with Karma Ezreal, you can punish really hard if you play well. And I mean, like overall in the matchup, we still like did our job. You know, we got the stack, we got the dragon, but like we could really punish and just like get a huge lead bot lane if I played the first 30 seconds of lane better. But other than that, the game was like pretty chill. We were just like slowly winning because of dragon stacks, and sure it could get. It felt hectic when like Tristan is pushing side, but that's just how it is. We have more numbers on the objective. We're going to get the objective probably, but then we're a bit on the timer. So of course it's going to feel pressuring because it is pressuring. Tristana is pressuring the side. Um, but I mean we got the soul, so like overall like it felt in control, but at times sure it was a bit chaotic.
All right, and you guys are now 3-0. Talk to me about expectations for yourself and for the team. Is this something you expected, like going in, that you guys were just gonna start off 3-0?
Yeah, as soon as we started scrimming, I thought we'd be a pretty strong team off the bat because yeah, I think we just have strong players. Everybody's really, really invested. I feel like we have a great team environment, and yeah, just like off the bat, like we immediately in scrims just look like pretty solid. So and obviously like week one we had a pretty strong schedule in terms of the teams we faced, and now this is more of a not a more yeah, I guess a more challenging week. So this is like the real week to kind of show that we're a top team.
All right, and on 100, you played with Doublelift and Bjergsen and Quid for a bit. Now you're on FlyQuest and you're playing with Masu, who's not nearly as experienced as Doublelift. You're also playing with Jensen, who you could kind of compare at least tenure wise to Bjergsen. What are some differences, at least playing with Masu and then playing with Jensen?
Okay, well, with Masu, he's like a very aggressive rookie. He wants to play every fight perfectly, meaning we should take every fight that we can play perfectly and come out ahead in. And it's like a bit of like pulling back, but at the same time, like going with him, like seeing if we can play this properly and we can play to the exact limit and really getting big rewards because of that. So like there's a bit of a balance, but like honestly, playing with Masu is great. He himself said like he felt nervous in like for example the Jin game because like we played lane well, but then he had like rough skill shots in his head. But like he's definitely really insane. So yeah, once he's online, he is completely online. Like even this game, like you saw like how he's playing, he's just like shifting in on the Lucianami mid, which is like one of the scariest uh 2v2s, 3v3s on mid because they just like one shot you instantly from really far range. But he's like going in there, making a lot of space. So yeah, yeah, no, Masu's great. And then for Jensen versus Bjergsen, yeah, I mean they're both very experienced players. They're both very consistent. They know all the matchups. Um, yeah, I don't know how to compare them directly because like the stage in my career when I was playing with Bjergsen versus like now is like very different. Um, but they're both legendary players. They're both obviously they're different personalities, I will say for sure. But yeah, they're both great.
All right, and talking about your career, you were highly coveted on the offseason. You even talked about how you had offers from a lot of different teams. And not just that, there's been a lot of, public coaches going public and saying, like, Masu is the next best North American support. Like, he's going to be better than Vulcan. He's going to be better than Core JJ. Just give him time. Does that put pressure on yourself to, like, exceed expectations or at least like reach those expectations? Do you feel like you're under a lot of pressure to like prove yourself, or are you just because a lot of times your sophomore year is not the year you're flashy and popping off. So how's the expectation and pressure on you?
I don't really feel like external pressure. Um, like most of the pressure just comes from like within. Like for example, in this Karma game, like I know I can do it, but I just didn't play the level one great enough. But if I did, it's just like such a such a stomp in the lane. Like they just be dead level one, and then it's just amazing. So like I put pressure on myself because like next time I really want to be able to execute that and just like make it so consistent where I won't mess up that stuff on stage. So yeah, the external expectation doesn't really affect me.
All right, and you've gotten a lot of resources from FlyQuest. I don't know what 100 Thieves gave you, but at least I know in the off season they like sent you and Masu to Korea. They had Arrow with you. They brought in like obviously a positional coach for you guys. They brought in Demonte for the environment. Um, how effective? We've seen other players come out and say like coaching isn't that useful. How effective have you felt all the support and structure that FlyQuest has been giving you?
Oh, I mean, coaching is so useful. Like I absolutely love our coaching staff. Like Nuke Duck, I worked with him at 100 Thieves, and he's very like strong opinioned. He's like able to like argue with very knowledgeable players, and like knows he just knows a lot, so it's very useful. Um and then like Richard is also like great. He knows a lot about itemization. His drafting skills are great, and about the game also like very good because he's uh he's just like a high level player and coach. And like Arrow is our bot lane coach, positional coach, I guess, and it's just so useful. Like having a bot lane coach, like someone that played bot at the highest level, being able to tell you like really specific things that you're missing, or just like even just like explaining very basic things, is very useful than having like a coach that didn't play that role, like giving you generic stuff. Like obviously you can find out stuff on your own, but it's just so broken to have somebody just literally like telling you as it is, and that their job is just to like make sure you know everything in this lane. And it's just it's so valuable because I've never had a like a bot lane positional coach, so this is my first time experiencing it, and it's so great. Yeah.
It's really cool to hear. I think coaching in North America, especially, has grown a lot in the past 3 to 4 years. We have a lot more players that are coaches, and even Nuke Duck, for example, he used to be a player, and so he has a lot of that experience. Speaking of Nuke Duck, you used to be a mid laner. Do you ever regret swapping to support? Like, do you watch Jensen Bjergsen and you're like, if I was mid, I probably could play better? Does that ever come up?
No, not really. Like no, I don't really have those kind of regrets because it's I mean, I watch like some other supports. I'm like, wow, what is this guy doing? I can do much, much better than this. Like, I can make a bigger gap between this support and myself versus like this mid laner and myself. Like, yeah, I mean, if I'd be an insane mid, I'd be an even more insane support relative to the other supports. So, no, not really big regrets there.
Yeah. Anyways, anything you want to say to the fans?
Yeah, thanks for the support, guys, and we'll definitely keep growing. Hashtag time to fly.
All right. Thank you, man. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Week 2 LCS interviews are way better than week 1. You'll notice better audio, better video, better questions leading to better answers. I'm really enjoying getting these interviews out to you guys, so please subscribe if you like them. I'm trying to sign up for the League Partner Program, the LPP, and need 1,000 subs for that, so keep them coming, please.